All right, so it's late, but I told everybody we are going to read Duke issue number 1. And by read, I'm not about to do voices and shit like I planned on doing. We just gonna tell y'all the story. So this, after Void Rivals, this kicks it off. So I'm gonna go over each figure that's in this book. So as you see, issue number 1, and who we got right there. Boom. Yo, I never liked Duke until this damn issue. So we start off, Duke's being spoken to by someone. As you can see, they're basically saying, you've always been top of your class, a leader on the battlefield. As you know, this is probably like a montage. Countless successful extracts. From day one, it's been clear that you are a man of action. So it shows this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? They telling the story. They introducing a new audience to Duke, okay? You've turned down every promotion. You'd rather be a grunt. You believe your place is in the trenches because when you rank up, sorry, I'm looking at this match setting. When you rank up, you no longer go on the front line. You know what I'm saying? You got to make decisions behind the desk. So then you see him sitting in a room. You know, you don't know who's speaking to him as of yet, but he's sitting there like, these motherfuckers. But none of that means jack now. What happened to you, Conrad? What happened to you, Conrad? Insubordination, carelessness. You're barely in uniform. Frankly, I'd expect this of your brother, but never you. So whoever's talking to him is sitting there fucking trying to lowball this nigga. That is the definition of gaslighting. We gonna get to it. And who's talking to him? Hawk. This motherfucker right here. I've always had respect for Hawk until this goddamn issue. I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. I fucking hate when niggas try to gaslight you. So regardless, your country needs you back. You just have to pass a psyche evaluation. So basically, Hawk's talking to him, and he's like, man, fuck that. I know what the fuck I saw. I know what I just went through. So, the power of pause. Yeah, I had to go ahead and win that match. Let me see, did I get to play the game? Let's go. So Duke's like, I know what I saw. You weren't fucking there. So basically, Hawk's trying to gaslight this man like, yo, you tripping. He like, nah, nigga, fuck that. I'm not fucking tripping. And we go to the next page, which this is damn near a page right out of McFarlane, you know, so he's talking. And then on the next spread, boom, you get actions speak louder than words, nigga. I know what the fuck I saw. In comes motherfucking Starscream. I like where this is going. It's not hokey. It's not all, I'm Starscream. No, nigga. It's Starscream versus Duke. Like, whoa, what the fuck? So basically what happened is, and he's telling him, like, I know what I saw. I know what the risk is. I know what my buddy's risk is, his co-pilot. So imagine, right? You chilling. You about to take your man's on base. Your man needs to go home. So you're like, okay, motherfucker, hop in the motherfucking Tomcat. I'll take you home. You see a co-pilot. You see your wingman next to you. Like, okay, my man's got me. All of a sudden, this motherfucker turns into a goddamn robot and starts heating your shit. Let me tell you this. Once again, dude, I work around F-18 Super Hornets and F-35s. Nigga, when I see F-35s, them look like Decepticons. I'm used to, for the past 11 years, seeing F-18 Super Hornets. Them F-35s, AKA, basically, if you've seen Top Gun Part 2, that. Nigga. So this transforms and starts tearing your jet apart. Can you imagine what that's like? This is not the Michael Bay movies where a bunch of humans are like, oh, come on, let's use our... Nigga, you are out of there, right? So he sees him, kills his wingman, and he barely escapes, you know, because of plot armor. And he's like, nigga, fuck that, they garbage. So this is Duke, which I like. And this is what I hate when anything military, jobs, people, friends, family try to gaslight you and make you think you crazy. How fucked up is that? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they got to keep it, you know, secret. But I'm like, nigga, this is Duke. This is how y'all going to do my mans? I don't even fuck with Duke until this comic. And I'm like, word? So anyway, he like, nigga, fuck you, fuck the army, bitch, I'm out this bitch. Then he meets somebody, I don't even remember what her name is, but she's basically like, yo, go check out this company named Mars. They kind of deal in robotics and shit, which you might be dealing with, because as we know, Mars makes shit like the bats and all that shit. So where else would you go? Mind you, this is issue number 1. Nobody knows about what Energon and all this shit is and Cybertronians. So they basically talking and like, okay, this is how you gonna get in. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna go in. And then you see Destro got a big ass picture of himself. I want Duke in this costume. Like, I want a figure of him like this. You know what I'm saying? Where he's sneaking in, right? So he gets in there and he starts seeing, wait a minute. Mind you, he's Army. He's used to tanks, regular jets and shit like that. This nigga ain't never seen nothing like his tanks and shit. You feel me? So he's like, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? He's like, what's going on here? And he remembers like, yo, this the kind of shit that looks like they got my boy. So somebody coming up behind him, right? He's like, nigga, I knew it. I knew I wasn't tripping, right? Somebody coming up behind him. Oh shit, it's Mercer. Nigga, what the? He's like, you know, what are you doing? Don't you know Hold on, he was like, you don't know shit. Nigga, Duke like, get the fuck up off me and backhands and headbutts this nigga, you feel me? So I'm sorry, it's just like, I've never liked Duke. To me, nigga Flint's been more of a G.I. Joe leader than Duke, from what I've seen in the past 3 years. But yo, Duke getting with him, you know what I'm saying? He parrying, he's slipping the jabs, hitting this motherfucker's pressure points, and knocks this nigga through the motherfucking window, right? Then all the, not even Cobra, they're not Cobra yet. All of Destro's troopers like, what the fuck? Get this man, what the hell's going on? Yo, he a certified Raphael right now. And so like, you know what I mean? They start jumping him and shit, dog piling him and shit. And he like, motherfucker, I fucking knew it. Fuck that. You know, he going crazy. Destro like, nah, kill that motherfucker now. He's just chilling back in there, you know what I'm saying? Got Destro again. We know who that is. Yo, this is great. He like a goddamn villain on an anime. Normally you don't see who the main, you know what I'm saying? He's the main villain as of now. And he's like, I don't want to turn this into a target. Eliminate him now. He's drawing too much attention. Because at this point, Destro don't know shit about Energon or none of that. He just knows there's this crazy ass American motherfucking attacking. Get him the fuck up out of here. So, you know what I mean? That's what they do. They capture him and he starts seeing like all these crazy ass experiments and motherfuckers who are dead. Like, who are all these dead ass bodies? What's going on? Like, the deeper he goes into this rabbit hole, the deeper it gets. So the woman who was putting him on point, she's like, I was right. I knew something was up. You know what I'm saying? So like she dies and she's basically like, find the truth. So that's what I like. This ain't just, this is Black Ops type shit and I love it. This can lead us into motherfucking Night Ops. Oh my God. Like I cannot wait to see where this comic goes. Then they bust in because basically I kind of like missed out. Duke escapes and he's going back to home base with the lady who was hooking him up. Then he finds out she's dying. He's like, oh shit, they got to her first. Then these motherfuckers kick in the door. They start shooting. Dude gets the fuck up out of there. So right now he's like, yo, man, my country is motherfucking betraying me. Everybody betraying me. I'll never stop. I'm going to find out what the fuck happened to my friend. And then you see this motherfucker Hulk, which orders are order. What he knows is classified. And he can't have Duke going off like a loose cannon. But if he had just been like, look, we know the shit that's going on. We forming a team. We want you on board. That's it, nigga. Why are you trying to lowball this man after you know what he been through? Nigga, fuck you, Hulk. So he's talking to CoverGirl here, you know what I'm saying? I just opened her up. That looks like CoverGirl to me. So when she came out, people were like, that don't look like the CoverGirl from the, listen, this ain't your daddy's G.I. Joe. This is the new shit for the new wave of people. Motherfucker, this is CoverGirl. Which honestly, anyway. So he's like, we have to take down Duke, even if he is an American hero. So he's basically telling CoverGirl, look, this man's a loose cannon. We got to put him down because we can't have this shit going public. Who they gonna have going after this man? My man Stalker and motherfucking Rock and Roll. Woo! What a way to end that issue, man. I was like, yo, I'm in. So basically, Duke, look at him. He's a clean American hero. Can you imagine? You just trying to get a ride home. Like, hey, bro, can you give me a ride home? I don't know why he needs a ride back to base on the motherfucking... You know, that's fraud, waste, and abuse, nigga. You can't just get nobody a lift in no fucking jet. But sure, man, hop in. Got his man's killed by Starscream. So the first Decepticon, the first Transformer in this universe, actually it's not the first. The first is gonna be Springer or fucking Jetfire. I forget which one, but that's on Void Rivals. But within the Transformers and G.I. Joe scope, if you never knew anything about Transformers, which is hard, you just saw this robot. You don't know who he was. He hasn't been identified yet, right? So you're like, oh shit, what was that? Now it looks like this man is a most wanted fugitive. We got to stick the stalker and the rock and roll on him. You know what I'm saying? Cover girl. And I found out she was on the G.I. Joe movie, the live action movie, which motherfucking Zartan put that bitch down. You ain't no cover girl, trash. But you know what I mean? She handles basically anyway, so he's basically telling her, okay, we got to form the team. So, you know what I'm saying? So far, the two highest people you got right now is going to be General Hawk and motherfucking Cover Girl. And, you had Destro sitting in the background. So now I'm having more fun with these figures, not because of the cartoon, but because of reading the comic books. So that is issue 1 of Duke. Stay tuned because I'm going to go back and forth as the comics need it. Oh, I didn't tell you something. So the reason why I'm going to go back and forth, so as we left off, this gave a nice little teaser, which is why I had to buy the next thing. So it's like, send in Rock and Roll and send in Stalker. Never liked Stalker until Classified. So then it's like, meanwhile, it gives you a prequel. Some random stranger walks in with a fedora. We know that color scheme. He walks into a local bar. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I need a vehicle. Can you imagine, you know, the movies where somebody just walks in like on Terminator, I need your boots, your jacket, and your motorcycle. And they just laugh at him, smacking him on the back and shit. This is where you first realize, nigga, Cobra Commander ain't playing that shit. So dude walks outside. What does that look like it could turn into? So he's like, I don't even like the original Cobra Commander's voice. It's too slimy, but he like, your vehicle will do nicely. This is Cobra Commander walking up on somebody. Whatever kind of technology he got, it causes a lot of blood splatter, and he leaves his mark. What can that possibly be? What is this turning into? Stay tuned for issue 1 of Cobra Commander. As we see in the back, I like the covers where it has like some type of transformer in the background. As you saw in the beginning, it had Duke and it had Starscream. And then on Cobra Commander, it's going to end up having the Ark and Cobra Commander. Then that's where Transformers will come into play, and then you got Duke issue 2. But I'm going to do, before I jump into Transformers, I'm going to do G.I. Joe. I'm going to do Duke and Cobra Commander. And then after issue 3 of both, then I'll get into Transformers. Because, the reason being, because on the Transformers lore, it doesn't segue yet. So, to give you an idea after reading it in its entirety, it sets up through the eyes of the humans first. More importantly, Cobra and G.I. Joe. You got to think, when you Autobots and Decepticons, nigga, you're not tracking there's these military factions looking at us. You like, I got to stop this big ass Devastator. They Titans battling. When we fight, I'm not thinking of what the mouse is doing, what that rat is doing, what the goddamn ant is doing. But to them, they see these Titans battling. It's kind of like Dawn of Justice. When we saw Man of Steel, we saw Superman fight Zod. So from their perspective, they just clashing in the battles. Now imagine that movie didn't come out yet. Imagine Batman versus Superman comes out first. And you see Bruce Wayne running in, and you don't know what's going on. You just see these two Titans destroying buildings, right? Then come to find out that Superman is Zod. So picture it like that to kind of give you an idea. Autobots and Decepticons are waging war against each other. It's not like the 80s to where they crash land, prehistoric times, and then, humans came about. No, they crash landed kind of like on the live action movies, which I hate to admit, and they battle. And now they all short on energon. They travel the galaxy and they fighting each other. Oh shit. And then, they crash land. But we gonna get to Transformers. Stay tuned tomorrow for issue number 1 of Cobra Commander. Yo, Joe. Ooh, yeah.